Yo, what is good everyone? Welcome back to ACS Sneakers. My name is Aidan. Today we are taking a look at the Jordan 3 Animal Instinct 2.0. But before I get into that, I just want to let everybody know that the giveaway for the free pair of Air Force Ones is now live over on my Instagram page. So if you want to head over to ACS Sneakers, get yourself involved, and good luck to everyone who enters. So let's go ahead and get into the intro. Before we do get a good look at the shoe itself, as is customary on my channel, let's go ahead and discuss the shoe's history. Now, the Jordan 3 was initially debuted in 1988 for a retail price of $100. Now, when the shoe initially released, it released in 4 different colorways, starting off with the black cement, the white cement, which is my personal favourite, the fire red, and the true blue. Now, the Jordan 3 was actually designed by none other than legendary shoe designer Tinker Hatfield, who we actually covered in our previous review of the Air Max 1. And like the Air Max 1, the Jordan 3 was the very first shoe by Jordan Brand to feature visible air technology, and also was the first shoe by Jordan Brand to feature elephant print on the upper. As well, the Jordan 3 was the very first shoe to move away from the traditional Wings logo that we see on the Jordan 1 and 2 and opt for the now infamous Jumpman logo. Michael Jordan actually wore the Jordan 3 during the 1988 Slam Dunk competition, as well as that year's All-Star Games and the MVP Awards. So that's enough about the shoe's history for now. Let's go ahead and get into the shoe. So firstly, let's take a look at the shoe box itself. Now, for me, this is an absolutely incredible design. I've had a few Jordan 3s personally, but however, this is the nicest Jordan 3 box that I have ever seen in hand. I have been led to believe that the SE box are normally like this with the old photo cards. Now, I, for one, have never owned any of the original cards from the actual releases. I do believe that if they continue to release those every now and again, they would still be highly collectible, simply because of how popular Michael Jordan is to this day. I absolutely love the actual overall design of the box. I definitely feel that it adds to the value of the shoes. So let's go ahead and take a look at the shoes. And here we go, guys. I now have the Jordan 3 Animal Instinct 2.0 in hand. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my hands on the first Animal Instinct that released in 2019 to provide that comparison view, but I just want to say that the first edition primarily focused on the actual fur side of the shoe, whereas this one is more of a leather-based shoe instead. So let's get it kicked off with the actual toe cap area, which you can see is a leather material which has been used to look like snake skin. I do believe it is a python snake that they have based this area of the shoe on. Now, I for one am a big fan of the overall look. I definitely believe that actually mixing this area of the shoe up does add a lot of value to the shoe itself, as we're so used to seeing the elephant print on the toe cap area, so this will definitely help this shoe stand out amongst the other Jordan 3s. If we then switch to the mudguard just above, you can see there is a black leather material used, and this is actually used to look like ostrich skin. Now, for the remainder of the toe box and the rest of the upper, it is a black leather material to replicate crocodile skin. And if we then switch to the midsole, you can see it is a sail finish with a black heel and a translucent air unit. And then quickly switching to the outsole of the shoe, you can see we have the hit of red, yellow, and sail to finish. Moving on then to the laces on the shoe, which you can see are completely black and has an almost wax type of finish. If you're not a big fan of the laces that you get in the factory lacing, you can alternatively mix it up with a pair of red or yellow laces that do come with the shoe as well. Moving up then to the tongue itself, you can see this is another leather material that has been used to actually replicate some type of reptile skin. I'm not entirely sure what reptile they're going for with the tongue area. Now, one of the biggest things that I like about the tongue is the actual Jumpman, which has actually been stitched in. I definitely feel that it does add to the premium look of the shoe. And then if we look on the reverse of the actual tongue themselves, starting off with the left shoe, we have Animal. On the right shoe, we have Instinct. And then if we switch to the eyelets of the shoe, you can see that they are completely yellow to match the outsole. Now let's quickly have a look at the actual sock liner of the shoe, which I would say is possibly my favourite area of this particular shoe. It has an almost silk velvet type of feel in my opinion, and I definitely believe it's going to offer a lot of protection and comfortability, although I can't really confirm it as unfortunately this is not my size. And switching now to the collar of the shoe, which you can see is a different type of material used. This time it is to replicate alligator skin, and I must say that it is very rough and definitely adds something a little bit different to this shoe. We'll then switch to the heel of the shoe, which you can see we have the yellow tab with the Jumpman embossed with the to finish. And just underneath this, you can see that we have the elephant print in more of an earthy tone than what we are used to seeing with the usual elephant print. If we then take a look at the insole of the shoe, you will see that it is a yellow insole with the red Jumpman. Now switching over to my opinions of the shoe. Now, as I previously covered, unfortunately, I'm not able to give you my opinion on the actual comfortability because of the fact that the shoe isn't in my size, so I'm not able to actually try on the shoe and give you any valid opinions. So what I'm going to do is just move over to the actual sizing. Now with Jordan 3s, I tend to find that the sizing is best going true to size. Now I own a pair of the red cements currently that are in my size, and I did feel that going true to size was best for me. However, if you can actually try on a pair before actually buying the shoe, I would highly recommend that you do so, simply just to understand what is the best fit for you. Now, in terms of my opinion on the shoe, I do think it is a solid 8 out of 10. Now, it has a lot going for it. It looks very premium. It feels very premium in my opinion. However, there are some negative aspects I couldn't get away from, such as the fact that certain people are actually going to just get the regular Jordan 3 box, which I'm not really a big fan of. I feel if you are going to be able to provide a certain type of box, everybody who buys the shoe should be able to have access to it. So if you have bought this shoe and you don't have the box that we covered earlier on in the video, drop me a comment in the comment section below and let me know. In my opinion, that is a major negative. Also, I did notice that the actual craftsmanship of the shoe, if you will, wasn't the best in every area, such as around the heel of the shoe. I did notice that there was a lot of glue marks and just a lot of mispaint and things like that. I get when you have a GR release of a shoe, it is going to have some areas where there is some issues, but in my opinion, I just felt that it was a little bit sloppy in certain areas and it could have been better overall. But in terms of the shoe itself, I'm really impressed by the premium look and feel to certain aspects of the shoe, and I'll definitely be looking to try and cop a pair in my size for personal use. Let me know what you think about the actual Jordan 3 Animal Instinct 2.0 in the comments area below. Let's go ahead and get some better looks at the shoe itself. I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that stuck around to this point in the video. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, hitting that bell notification, and I hope to see you again in the next one.